Joining me now on this India Today special broadcast is General Deepak Kapoor, former Chief of the Army Staff. General Kapoor, welcome on India Today. You heard Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Bihar where he said, we will track, trace, hunt and punish not just the perpetrators of terror, but also those who back them, those who shield them. What is your appreciation of what the Prime Minister said after the Pahalgam terror attack, sir?
Let me be historically correct to say that since 1947, when India got independence, Pakistan has indulged in 4 adventurous actions in the form of wars in 1965, 48, 65, 71 and 1919 at Kargil. And in all these, it has not succeeded. Having not succeeded militarily in all these wars, Pakistan decided to bleed the Indian army by 1,000 cuts in its own words, and that is how in the year 1989, this action of insurgency supported financially, economically and militarily by Pakistan started. And for the last 36 years, this terror cycle has seen various ups and downs. And in the ebb and flow of this terror cycle, gradually, thanks to the efforts made by India, the situation in Kashmir has been turning towards stability and normalcy. And for the last 5-6 years, since the time on 5th August, the abrogation of Article 370 was announced, gradually the connectivity in Jammu and Kashmir has improved in the form of rail connectivity. Also, linkages across the Pir Panjal range in form of road connectivity have also improved. There is a degree of peace which has prevailed for the last 3 to 4 years in the valley, and we were hopeful that the situation will continue to keep improving. But definitely it was not to the Pakistani army's designs. And that
General, I want you to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a moment.
Viewed by us when.
Okay, I want you to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and usually when he speaks in Hindi, it's a message perhaps domestically, but he chose in Bihar to speak English, and I want you to listen into it. What does this mean? What are the implications? And we will then discuss certain scenarios on the basis of what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. Listen in.
I thank the people of various countries and their leaders who have stood with us in these times. Today, from the soil of Bihar, I say to the whole world, India will identify, track and punish every terrorist and their backers. We will pursue them to the ends of the earth. India's spirit will never be broken by terrorism. Terrorism will not go unpunished. Every effort will be made to ensure that justice is done. The entire nation is firm in this resolve. Everyone who believes in humanity is with us.
So when Prime Minister Narendra Modi says that आतंक के लिए जो बची कुची जमीन है वो भी खत्म हो जाएगी, नष्ट हो जाएगी, whatever territory remains for terror, whether it's terrorists or their backers, it will be destroyed. General Deepak Kapoor, I want you to consider certain scenarios on the basis of what Prime Minister Narendra Modi indicated. India has already carried out a surgical strike. It's carried out an airstrike in Balakot after Pulwama. I want you to consider scenario 1, a missile strike. What could perhaps some of the possible targets be? Of course, the army knows, the armed forces know what to strike. But for example, the better known targets, Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters in Bahawalpur, Lashkar-e-Taiba headquarters in Muridke, terror launch pads in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, or if you were to hurt terror backers, what can be hurt, what can be used? Is a missile strike, in your appreciation, a feasible scenario? General Kapoor.
Let me express very frankly, there's no point being speculative on these issues. First and foremost, I'd like to emphasize there has to be a composite, integrated approach towards the response that we have to consider and go ahead with. And to that extent, diplomatically and politically, certain actions have been taken in the form of suspension of the Indus Water Treaty and various other measures which the Government of India have already announced. And Prime Minister Modi is absolutely right when he says that there is no place for terror in the world, and nor in India, nor in Jammu and Kashmir as well. There are a large number of different options which are available to the military, both in a combined, integrated fashion, as well as to the army at the tactical and the strategic level. So those are options which I am sure the Government of India, as well as in consultation with the military hierarchy, would be considering. The option of using missiles or attacking the launch pads or various vulnerable posts, those are options which are available. Some of these options were exercised during Balakot as well as the Uri strikes. As to what decision is taken on these, it's a matter of how it will play out, considering the kind of support which is coming in internationally to India for this dastardly terrorist act by the Pakistan army and its handlers who have been responsible for this act of terrorism, where individuals, civilians, have been targeted and killed. So it would be futile to think of different and speculate on different scenarios without all the facts. I think it would be better left to the military hierarchy as well as the Government of India to decide on these acts.
Fair enough.